Okay, people, what is up? Welcome to another video. Yeah, this one is a bit random today. I am doing something that is not a react video to Masters of the Universe. I thought I don't know why I thought it'd be interesting, but I thought it'd be interesting to compare all the different microphones I've had over this lockdown period of, I guess, podcasts and different videos I've done and recordings I've done over this short period of time. I don't know if you couldn't tell already by the pop vinyl collections in my previous videos. I don't know, I just have this impulse to get as many of one thing as I can to just compare. And this video is by no means a professional comparison of microphones or anything, but I guess I just wanted to see how these things go up against one another. By no means is this like a review for you to take to heart or a tutorial or anything, but I guess it's just a bit of a show of that you can use any type of microphones in your own recordings, but there are certain things you can do on a budget to make them sound good, but also when it comes to the more expensive stuff, what kind of things you need to consider if you really want to get good sounding audio for your video recordings or your podcasts or whatever it is you do. So yeah, that's what we're gonna dive deep into right now. I think we're actually gonna not start off with the big and the crazy microphones. We're gonna start off with what I used at first in my videos, and the headsets or earphone with built-in microphones. So we'll get right into that now. Okay, so first up we have your just basic headset headphone microphones, where you just get a set of just normal earphones, and they have a microphone already built into them. And yeah, these are just Bob Marley's. I got these from JB Hi-Fi ages ago. It was the same deal with the other ones I was using before, which were just Oppo headphones that you get with your mobile phone, which I'm not even sure you get nowadays because everyone uses wireless earbuds. But anyways, yeah, I just got these from JB Hi-Fi. I don't really use them as microphones. They're not ideal for me personally, but you can make them work. And actually at some point these were sounding better than some of the microphones I was using, just because of how I was using the microphone. The ideal thing with any microphone is to make it sound better is just to get it as close to your mouth as possible, or not heaps close, like not in your mouth or not right there, but like within like a foot or so, maybe 3 inches from your person, from your mouth, to get the best sounding quality. And actually this was the first kind of microphone I was using in my podcast on Casual Discussions with the Boys. As you can tell, it does not sound great, but yeah, I was using it in those earlier podcasts, and it was alright, but it's not the best. Like, you can definitely go better on a budget, and I'll show you when I get to that mic where you can get better. But yeah, it may do for a while, but essentially you start to listen to more and more other podcasts, and you realize that your quality has to go up, especially if you want to make your recordings and your material or whatever videos you're doing more listenable, because yeah, apparently people really just can't stand bad audio quality, and yeah, I feel like you get it a little bit with this. Alright, secondly, we have this headset I got from the Reject Shop, which is like a shop here in Australia where you get like kind of cheaper quality stuff, or just, I don't know, stuff on a discount essentially. I actually usually get my snacks for the cinema, for the movies there, because popcorn and drinks are just so expensive in the cinema. But anyways, yeah, I got this headset from Reject Shop years ago, and in all honesty, I was hoping to put these mics in an order where you go from worst to best. I don't think this sounds better than the Bob Marley ones. after listening back. I don't know, we'll see I guess when this video is all put together, but I mean, you get what you pay for with microphones like this, and this is intended for a gaming headset, and I guess, yeah, that's what I thought. But yeah, I actually didn't buy this myself. It was only $5, but I got it years ago before I was working even, when I had started my Sidekick 94 YouTube channel, hoping to utilize a headset and microphone kind of thing. And yeah, I got this thing, and I got my uncle to get me this thing, but it's only $5 at the time, but I wasn't earning any money, so I asked for it as my birthday present at the time. I can't even remember what year it was, but yeah. I unfortunately didn't get to use it in any of my videos because I kind of just went off the map, off the radar on the YouTube world with my videos. But yeah, this is how it sounds. Nowadays, I use it for a bit for gaming. I attach it to my controller or even my laptop for like Zoom video calls. But I only use it. I don't use it for recordings because, as you can tell, the quality is not the best. But it gets the job done in regards to video calls and gaming. Sometimes it does cut out, but I just assume that's just because of the quality of the thing. But I don't know if you can see this, but the cable is insanely long, so that's handy at times. I will say the sound quality in the headset is not bad as far as headphones go. It's pretty good for its price. It's nothing amazing, but it's alright. And the other thing with this, it actually has the headphone cable and the microphone cable separate, so you will need a splitter for headphones like this if you want to connect it to devices that only have one 3.5mm audio input. So yeah, all in all, as far as as I said, video recordings is not my favorite. It definitely isn't in my top tier list, but I know, I guess in some senses for like video calls and whatnot, it does get the job done. It's just not the best sounding, if anything. But yeah, that's these. I don't even know what they are. It just says iDigital or something. Yeah, that's that. Okay, so once again, I have another headset. And once again, these are not my favorite sounding microphones at all. I have a feeling this one might sound worse than the previous two because I have bashed this thing around quite a few times because again, it is my gaming headset. So when the rage comes, more often than not, these are the victims of my gaming rage. Warzone players, you know my pain. But anyways, this is the first gaming headset, proper gaming headset that I've bought for myself. It was a lot more expensive than the headphones and the reject shop one I had in those previous two tests. And look, if anything, of course the sound quality was amazing. It was crazy. Obviously it's going to be crazy because it is a proper headphone headset intended for gaming. Obviously when you play stuff like Call of Duty, you need to be able to hear footsteps and whatnot, even though the audio I feel like in that game is very broken. Or it could be just me complaining. But yes, you do need to hear those things. But in regards to the mic, which is the focus of this video, it's not the best. I've even heard on the other end of when I'm communicating with people I'm playing with, they say that there's something wrong with my mic, that they get feedback or whatever. I'm not sure how that sounds right now. I'll find out in this recording, but I do get the sense that it's not great. And from Audacity, I can see that it's peaking all the time. Maybe I have it too close. I don't know. But yeah, this again I thought would be an upgrade, and I actually considered using this in my podcasts. Thankfully, I didn't, because by the time I started my when I started to upgrade my quality for casual discussions with the boys, that's when I've acquired a proper USB microphone. I never did use this, and it's probably for the best that I didn't use this. I do use this for uni, for the Zoom, again, for Zoom video calls. These ones are a lot more comfortable, obviously, than the other one. I don't know necessarily if it sounds better. I don't think it does, but essentially it gets the job done when it comes to those video calls or those gaming chats. You don't necessarily have to sound amazing, but you know, you just need to be clear enough for the other person you're playing with to hear, or whoever's in the video to hear. But, you know, as far as gaming headsets go, this wasn't too expensive. I think I got these on sale around $60, but they're usually a bit more than that, maybe $20-$30 more. These are HyperX Cloud Stingers, which sell a lot of good audio equipment. They sell microphones and more expensive headsets, which are probably a lot better than this one. But I don't know, these have served me well over the last year or so. I got this during lockdown, and yeah, I haven't got too much to say in regards to this negative wise. Like I think it does what it needs to do, but when it comes to recording videos, you can definitely do better than this microphone, let me tell you that. Okie day, we finally ventured into the world of proper microphones. You know, arguably this one is still a bit not up there in the upper echelon of microphones, but it definitely sounds better than any headset, and it increases the audio quality 100 times, a lot anyway, is what I'm trying to say. And man, this was the first USB microphone I got. It is the Samson Go mic. I got this from JB Hi-Fi as well, another, you know, store that sells a lot of like technological stuff, a lot of tech here in Australia. It costed me around $60 to $70. It wasn't a lot. Again, I got it on a budget. I probably could have gone cheaper, like easily cheaper, and got something similar, but I felt like, you know, being the big spender I am, I wanted to spend a bit more bucks on a bit of a better mic. And yeah, this was a huge jump up from using just the headset microphones. So yeah, I picked up this bad boy, and it served me great. I've used this in the majority of my podcasts, and yeah, it sounds so good, so much better. It's just the thing is, during the first few uses of it, I couldn't exactly get the quality top tier as I wanted. But yeah, this mic is very capable of sounding really good. Just a few things you need to do is obviously get something like a boom arm or a proper stand to get it closer to your mouth, so that, you know, you can get yourself sounding as good as you need to when recording. I think during the time I was using this pencil cup that I had, and I just put it on my desk, like right in front of me, and was kind of speaking into it, and trying to keep the mic in front of you, it's very limiting, so you kind of have to lean forward. The upside of having like a boom arm now is that, you know, you can move it around anywhere and you can get it close to your face. I do have this pop filter which came with the I actually, yeah, because I did acquire this a lot later, so I couldn't exactly properly utilize this microphone, but when I did, as you can tell right now, it sounds so much better. And it came with this pop filter, which is used to dampen the sounds of plosives when you say P and B. It serves well enough to do that. But yeah, this microphone, again, it's intended for like on the go, for when you're on the go, like when you travel, so you're not bringing around or lugging around these huge microphones with you. You just have this little bad boy, and man, it sounds great for what it is. Has these features where you can do different audio patterns. I'm not going to go through each of those, but yeah, it is a cool feature, and there's even a zero latency where you can plug your headphone to hear how you sound, which you can utilize, but I don't really use that. I've never really used it at all, just because I need to hear what's going on in my videos, and not just myself. So there is that, but again, that's just so you can test and hear how you sound in your recordings. But yeah, for a microphone this cost, this size, it's surprisingly good. It's really good. It's very strong, whatever it's made of, and yeah, it sounds good, and it served me well over the past year or so. I can't complain. So yeah, that is the Samson Go mic. Let's move on to the next USB microphone. Okay, so the next USB microphone I have is the Anko Kmart gaming microphone, I think it was called. I can't remember. I literally bought this microphone on impulse. I saw that Kmart was selling these like types of microphone, and they actually look alright, like on on the picture. So I was like, okay, yeah, why not? This thing was only like $25, and I'm not sure if you can tell already, but it sounds decent. As far as cheap budget USB microphones go, I feel like it's like pretty comparable to the Samsung Go mic. Doesn't have as many features, I'll say that, but there is a volume knob on it and whatnot. Even a headphone monitor thing, which again, you can plug your headphones in to listen for 0 latency. Unfortunately, the one on mine doesn't work, and I'm not sure if it has any other use, but maybe they are speaker headphones, I'm not sure. But honestly, I haven't felt the need to utilize it or use it because, again, I'd rather hear what like the people in the Zoom call for podcasts or whatever I'm watching rather than myself. So yeah, there's not much use for me for it when it comes to recording and whatnot. But all in all, I started to use this as an alternate microphone to the Samsung one in my other recordings for the podcast for casual discussions. And yeah, honestly, I think it sounds pretty good. Obviously, as far as USB microphones go, it's limited, but for what it costs, I think this was like $25. This thing was great. It killed it, if you ask me. So this probably should have been the first budget microphone that I could have gotten for the podcast. I mean, again, it's not one of those big brands like Blue or Samsung. Even Samsung has good ones. Or if you want to go even higher into the Rode and Shure stuff, they have great USB microphones. But for $25, you're definitely getting your money's worth with this. I mean, it's not the toughest material, this thing, and it's definitely, if you threw it at something, it would break, or if you dropped it. But obviously, I hope you don't do that with your microphones. But as far as getting your money's worth, this does the job, and it sounds good, in my personal opinion. But yeah, it's like, again, all you need for stuff like this is, again, something to bring it closer to your mouth to make it sound good. Potentially a pop filter, and just any program you can use to edit your audio, so that you're coming through in your recordings quite nicely. And yeah, that's this microphone. We finally move on to our last one now. And finally, here we have the crème de la crème, the pièce de résistance, the ultimate beast of my microphone collection, if we want to call it that. The Rode NT1 microphone, condenser microphone, I believe it is. This thing is insane. Like, obviously, the other microphones just really don't compare to this one. Not just for the fact that it's within the like $300 to $400 price range, I think. I can't really remember. And this microphone was a gift. I just want to put that out there. I did not get it myself. It was a gift from a close friend of mine, Brendan Lingle. He got it for me on my birthday back in 2020, so last year. And yeah, it's just I'm very thankful for it. And I haven't been able to use it after all these years. What am I talking about? After all this time, because I didn't have one of the most essential things you need for these condenser XLR microphones, which is an audio interface. And the one I have it hooked up to right now is the Behringer UM2, which is another budget thing I have in my audio tech collection. It's nothing fancy, but again, my point is, with all this stuff on a budget, you can get good sounding equipment if you just play around and mess around with things. And so far, all in all, that both the microphone, obviously the microphone, and this audio interface has served me super well. It is obviously a bit more complicated when it comes to plug in and play. It's not like a USB microphone. There are some settings you have to mess around with, but it is doable. But yeah, anyways, as I said, I got this as a gift. The interface I did buy myself off this website called Store DJ, which is a store here in Australia somewhere. They're based in different states, but because of lockdown restrictions and whatnot, I couldn't go to just my local music store like I usually would, like Hayworth Guitars. I bought this online and it came within a week, which is surprising. I thought it'd be a lot longer than that. But so far so good. I've used both this microphone, this interface, and recorded onto just my laptop using Audacity, and have gotten like such crazy audio sound quality, which is, it just blows my mind how good it sounds. Like for me personally, it is a bit overkill, but I've used it so far in my reaction videos on this channel for Hey Man. You can see this microphone in my videos, and so far it's just served me so well. It's just like crisp sound quality. I'm still messing around with how to edit the audio to get it to sound to like top-notch quality. Again, as I said before, I'm no technical genius when it comes to this stuff, but you can make it work. But yeah, all in all, this thing's just a 10 out of 10. I never thought I'd be able to use anything like this. I'm very thankful for this as a gift I've received. I was super excited for it. I was a bit bummed out that it's taken me like a year or almost a year to get proper use out of it, but all in all, it's been awesome, and it is pretty exciting to use. It makes me feel quite professional to use all this stuff. But yeah, I think there's a very strong argument for the fact that this is the best out of all the microphones I have. It's just an unfair comparison, but you don't need something like this to have good sounding recordings or videos or whatever, or a stream. But I think in the YouTube world or the influencer world nowadays, everyone's got like insane tech. So I guess if you really seriously want to compete in those areas, maybe you have to get stuff like this. But to me, it's a bit of a luxury, and again, you can make it work with any other USB mic or XLR mic. There are other XLR mics out there actually that are you can get on a budget, but yeah, this thing's just a beast for its price range. Okay, there you have my microphone collection and comparison. That's probably what I should have called this video at the beginning, but yeah. Anyways, here we are. I hope you found that interesting. I have a feeling I'm the only one that does find this stuff interesting, but I guess the point I wanted to make with this video is that you can use any number of things to get good audio quality from your videos. Just another thing I wanted to add outside of this, I kind of retcon this bit in. If it seems out of place, I'm sorry, but actually even the microphone inbuilt into our phones more often than not can sound pretty good. You'd be surprised, like even when I do my podcast, two of my mates, they use their phone microphone, or one of them more so than the other, and it actually sounds better sometimes than even headsets do or some mics do, because like obviously the phone is built for speaking into. The only downside is it picks up a lot of background noise in comparison to these condenser mics, which have generally a Polaroid pattern, which is to pick up what's in front of them and nothing else around it. So the point here is that you'll be surprised what things sound better. It's just all a matter of messing around with them and testing them out. At the end of the day, there's always makeshift stuff you can do with the equipment you have. And if you are on a budget, like USB microphones can do the job quite well. Even like some of the top streamers nowadays use USB microphones. The prices in those do vary from, like, this one was like, again, $30, and then this one was just under 100, and then you go into the ones that cost more hundreds, but there is a reason they cost that much. But I don't know, if you are on a budget, you don't need to go that high. But with USB microphones, there are limitations, so it'd be your best bet if you really wanted like top-notch stuff to get XLR microphones. Again, just keep in mind that you do need things like an audio interface, but you can get different forms of those at different prices as well. Mine's just a budget one, but I can make it work. And again, with your audio recordings, you can use different programs that have like noise reduction or noise cancelling, where you can adjust the volumes, get rid of background sounds and whatnot, to fix your audio quality. And yeah, they work out well. The programs I use are for free, like Audacity and DaVinci Resolve for videos and stuff. Practicality wise, again, with any microphone, the headset ones at times did sound good because they're naturally close to your face. And again, with microphones like this, you're not really, like in my previous podcast, I wasn't really utilizing this to its full capacity, to its full potential, because I didn't have the microphone right to my face. Fortunately, with some microphones, they come with stands, but again, that's a bit of a limitation. Your best bet is a boom arm like this one I have. This one I got from JB Hi-Fi for not that much. It was only like 20 bucks. Of course, if you want like better quality ones that aren't as flimsy and more stable, you will have to go a bit more in cost, but you know, these things aren't too expensive. And I guess it depends how far you want to go with your recordings and whatnot. The microphone I'm using right now is it's not even mine. I borrowed this from church. But yeah, obviously it's going to work so well because it is an XLR microphone. But yeah, you know, you can make this stuff work as long as you put the work into it, and you just got to think outside the box with some of this stuff. And yeah, I feel like, you know, for a while, even though I was just using simple stuff, there are ways to work around and make it sound good. Alright, so that concludes my video. I hope you enjoyed. Looking forward to more episodes of He-Man, or Masters of the Universe. He-Man's kind of dead. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for tuning into this channel. Get keen for more. Peace out.